You have done everything right. You followed the program. You collected the achievements. You built the correct life, the one that gets the quiet nods of approval, the one that looks flawless from the outside. So why? Do you feel like a fraud? Why, after all this work, do you live with a constant, low-grade hum of not good enough? A quiet, persistent whisper that says, if they really knew you, if they saw behind the mask, they would be disgusted. This is not a thought. A thought is a thing you can argue with. This is a feeling, a state of being. It is a weight, a cold, heavy, invisible cloak, one you've been wearing for so long, you've mistaken it for your own skin. You don't have a name for it, but this feeling is the secret ruler of your entire life. This is the jailer. In this series, we have explored the shadow, the authentic, powerful self we were taught to disown. We have explored the persona, the nice, acceptable mask we built to survive. But today, we must confront the system itself, the prison. Shame is the invisible, electrified fence that keeps this whole system running. It is the guard that stops you from ever showing your shadow. And it is the force that glues the persona to your face, terrified of what's underneath. To disarm it, we must first define it. We must understand what it is and what it is not. Shame is not guilt. Guilt is a useful, productive emotion. It's an algorithm that says, you violated a value. Fix it. Apologize. Do better. Guilt is about action. Shame is a state of being. It is a fundamental, core belief in your own unworthiness. It whispers, you are wrong. You are broken. You are flawed at your core. You are not worthy of connection. Guilt is a pinprick. Shame is a black hole. This is the moment, the shame print, the moment the core code is written. And this is the great tragedy. Shame is the most isolating emotion in existence. It is a program that runs on one terrifying directive. Because if you are truly seen, you will be rejected. And to the old, tribal brain, rejection is death. This is the invisible prison of shame. It is not a loud, dramatic cell. It is a small, quiet, perfectly decorated cage of I'm fine. It is the life of not trying, so you can't fail. It is the life of staying silent, so you can't be judged. It is the life of keeping your mask on, so you can't be rejected. It is a half-life, a non-life. You are not living. You are simply not failing. And the longer you live in this prison, the more you confuse the feeling of shame with the truth of who you are. You believe you are the rotten apple. You have forgotten that the shame is just the worm. It is an invader, a parasitic piece of code. And in part 2, we will explore how this code built its own defense system, the algorithms that are now running your life. Thomas feels the spotlight. He deflects, giving a charming, surface-level answer. He says, oh, you know, I'm more of a data guy. It's not that interesting. But your story about hiking in Peru. He successfully turns the spotlight away, ensuring he is not seen. Thomas locks the phone. He tosses it on the sofa. The shame wins. A slow, cinematic scene of a single, beautiful red apple. It looks perfect, glistening. The camera slowly rotates, revealing a rotten, black, worm-eaten hole in the back, hidden from view. End of part 1. Invisible prison of shame, where we explore the antidote to this powerful emotion. We have been running, hiding, perfecting, minimizing, and blaming, building a fortress of defenses to protect ourselves from being seen as flawed. Yet, this hasn't worked. The prison remains, the weight still on our chest, leaving us utterly exhausted. Because you cannot fix shame, you cannot outrun shame, you cannot logic your way out of shame, nor can you perfect your way out of shame. The antidote to shame is not perfection, strength, or success. The only key to the prison is vulnerability. This is the great revelation, the paradox that shatters the prison, as shame operates on one terrifying directive: do not be seen. Therefore, the only way to deactivate the program, to prove its core belief wrong, is to be seen. Shame cannot survive being spoken. It is a ghost that feeds on darkness and silence. The moment you bring it into the light, the moment you share your flawed self with someone who has earned the right to hear it, it begins to evaporate. Thomas sits across from a close friend in a quiet bar at night, nervous and fidgeting, about to take a significant leap. He looks at his hands, then at his friend, his voice quiet, hesitant, and real. I know I've been distant. The truth is, I feel like I'm failing. at my job, at everything. I feel like a complete fraud, and I'm just terrified that everyone is about to find out. The friend quietly responds, matching Thomas's tone. Wow, thank you for telling me that. I feel that way almost every single day. This is the magic, the algorithm of empathy, the solvent that dissolves the prison bars. The moment your shame is met with the two most healing words in human language, me, too, it loses its power. You realize you are not a broken, rotten apple, but simply human, like everyone else. The core belief, I am wrong, is shattered by the simple, human truth, you are not alone. But this reveals the final, terrifying, and beautiful challenge. You cannot receive empathy from others if you do not first give it to yourself. The final boss of the shame program is not the world. It is the guard at the gate, your own inner critic. He knocks his mug, spilling coffee across the counter. A small, simple mistake. An internal whisper, cold, sharp, and cruel, says, "You idiot. You can't do anything right. You are such a mess. Just pathetic." This is the voice of shame, the guard we've been taught to fight, to think positive, to say, "No, I'm great." This only makes it stronger. This is just another war. You cannot fight the guard. You must befriend him. You must understand that this critical voice is not you. It is a terrified child, the echo of young Thomas from the classroom. It desperately tries to protect you from ever being shamed again, thinking that if it shames you first, it can control you and keep you safe from others' judgment. This defense mechanism is now destroying you. I hear you. Thank you for trying to protect me. You're just trying to keep me safe. I know you're scared. But I've got this. I am an adult now. It's just coffee. We are okay. This is the beginning of freedom. To stop being the inner critic and to start observing it. To meet that inner voice not with more criticism, but with compassion. This is self-compassion. It is not an excuse, not weakness, but the most powerful, radical act of self-integration. It is the process of becoming your own kind parent, of finally giving that shamed child inside you what he needed all along. Not in a prison built by shame, guarded by our inner critic and papered with perfectionism, minimization, and blame. This invisible confinement has shaped our lives, often without us realizing it. We were a nice persona, terrified of our own shadow. This facade kept us from true connection and authentic self-expression, trapping us in a cycle of fear. But we've found the key. It's not to be perfect, but to be seen. Not flawless, but vulnerable. The true key to liberation is empathy, and it has two crucial parts. This is the algorithm of freedom, the homecoming we've yearned for, and the practical work that transforms our internal and external worlds. It's a journey back to our authentic selves. Step 1. Practice external vulnerability. Courageously share your true self with others, allowing your authentic experiences to be known. This disinfects the wound of shame, bringing it into the light. Imagine Thomas in a coffee shop with a friend, openly telling a story about a mistake at work. And for a second, I completely froze. The old idiot voice flared up instantly, paralyzing me. He continues, but then I just said it. I told my boss, I messed that up. I need 20 minutes to find the right data. His friend asked, how'd he react? Thomas replied, he just said, okay, thanks. The world didn't end, and I felt profound relief. This is the profound work, finding one safe, trusted human who has earned the right to hear your story, and then speaking the very thing you are most afraid of, the secret you've held captive. When you do this, you disprove the core lie of shame, the belief that you are alone. You discover the most healing words, me, too, forging deep, authentic connections. Step 2. Practice internal compassion. Turn that same empathy inward, treating yourself with kindness and understanding. This befriends the guard, transforming your inner critic into an ally. Thomas is at his laptop late at night, trying to write his book. The blinking cursor shows he's stuck, and we hear the faint hiss of the inner critic, whispering doubts. His internal whisper says, this is garbage. You're wasting your time. You'll never finish it. You're a failure. The familiar tension returns to his face. He clenches his jaw. But this time, he does not obey. He stops, closes his eyes, and takes one slow, deliberate breath, choosing a different path. He thinks, there you are. I hear you. You're just trying to protect me from being judged, from potential pain. Thank you for trying to keep me safe, even if your methods are misguided. He continues, but I'm in charge now. I'm just going to write for 10 more minutes, regardless of the outcome. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. This is his new resolve. This is the daily practice. To stop being the critic, to disengage from its harsh judgments, and to observe it with curiosity. Name it, thank it, and then firmly take the wheel of your own life. This is how you stop being the prisoner of your own mind and become the warden, the compassionate guardian of your inner world. You become the one truly in charge, steering your destiny. Next, at a restaurant on a date, when asked what he's passionate about, Thomas smiles a real, warm smile. He openly says, honestly, I'm writing a book. It's terrifying, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I love it. He is vulnerable, real, and seen. Finally, in his apartment, Thomas spills coffee again. We hear the faint start of the critical hiss, but Thomas just chuckles, a small, private laugh of acceptance. He calmly grabs a cloth and cleans it up, simply moving on. This is the homecoming, the beautiful integration of all parts of you, light and shadow. The shadow you feared was just your untapped power, essential boundaries, and deepest passion, waiting to be embraced. The persona you hid behind was a shield you no longer need, a burden you can release. And the shame that imprisoned you was a terrified child within, waiting to be seen, understood, and comforted. The prison was never truly locked. You held the key all along, possessing the power to unlock your own freedom. Stop running. Stop hiding. Put down the 20-ton shield of perfection that has weighed you down. Have the radical, terrifying, beautiful courage to be seen for who you truly are, to be flawed and imperfect, to be utterly real. And to finally, after all this time, come home to yourself, finding peace and acceptance within.